All right, the Detroit Lions lose another really key piece for the season. Dan Campbell, speaking with the media today, said, hey, one of the things, and he pointed out, like, one of the things that got lost in the Aiden Hutchinson thing was that Kyle Peko, defensive tackle, is likely done for the season as well. Not likely done, he is done. He was able to confirm that today, that he is done. There was some speculation. I caught it really quick. I don't know if you noticed that Dan Campbell said, hey, this guy's a great defensive tackle. He's been playing really well, held down the fort even till DJ Reader could get back. He is now no longer going to be out there. And it's like, dang. And so you start looking around at this defense that lost already Derek Barnes, who was kind of playing that linebacker rush end, Davenport defensive end, Kaminsky, and obviously Hutchinson. So the defensive line was... This defense is playing good. That's the whole thing. It's like, it's not like, oh man, we already were thin at defensive line. I don't think we were. We were prepared and ready in this season, and we're losing guys to injury. It just is. It is what it is. So that's something we're gonna have to really focus on. Another thing that's a little concerning, is that the Lions missing a few big players at practice today. Is the first official injury report, kind of see what we've got, comes out. Let's look at it here. And I mean, this really shows, and this is everybody in the National Football League. I mean, we're not the only ones, so it's like you just can't forget that. But hey, Broderick Martin, remember, he's on IR. He's got a knee injury. Pico's got the Peko Peck. Oh boy. John Kaminsky, Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, these are all the IR guys. It's like, jeez. I mean, that's a lot of guys. Emmanuel Mosley, forgot about him. So you look at, and I can't look at that. That's crazy. So you look at the no practice guys. Ragnow and Zeitler are going to get a rest. Perfect. Dan Skipper got a rib injury. That animal was out there just going crazy against the Cowboys. He got a rib injury. And then Carlton Davis. That's the big one because we're going against Justin Jefferson. And we got Carlton Davis for this. I mean, really, for these big time receivers. It just so happens that we have to play the big time receiver twice. So Carlton Davis, quad. I don't love that. So Carlton Davis lost his helmet while trying to make a tackle last Sunday. And during the play, he was kicked in the head by a teammate and removed from the game, evaluated for concussion. And Dan Campbell, I remember that play, said it was not a concussion-related thing, but that it was more of a quad injury that he did not come back. So keep an eye on that. Another one is limited practice, Brian Branch. Again, these ones where the guys finish the game, you feel good, right? So he finished last game, and so he's got an injury. It's like, but you finished last game, so you should be good. I think he will be. Christian Mahogany, another one. So, that we really need back. So he's still in that evaluation process. So here's the point, is that you've got a lot of injuries, but I think so does everybody in the NFL. Vikings, honestly, are actually pretty healthy, so that stinks. But it's been fun. It's been a fun week, just kind of listening to different things and really seeing how dominant the Lions have been, running the trick plays to death. I saw a great point that, man, the Lions were so confident in this week that they were practicing those trick plays. Usually coaches want to spend every single minute doing all the right things, but they had a little time to practice some trick plays because the Lions were so confident in what they were going to do to the Cowboys, and I agree with that. So where do we go from here? Well, we're going to go to the Vikings. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But I wanted to show this where this is why everyone raves about Penei Sewell. So his job on this is to everyone's going to flow to the left. His job is to get in front of this defensive lineman, crash in front of his face. Do not let this defensive lineman get in front of your face and blow this thing up. And he's got to turn his body, get around, use his arm to block an NFL defensive lineman, and he just does it so well. Just pushes him. Not only that, but he drives him back 5 yards. Oh, I mean, and then you got him run. You got Montgomery running hard. You got everybody just celebrating in the end zone. Look at also, jeez, check out this one here. Hold on, let me go back. If we've got just such a let me pull this up here. The double team blocks, like everything is just. Oh, I got kicked out of this. Whatever. The push on the offensive line. It's been well documented. There's videos galore out there. Everybody's evaluating and just like raving about the Lions as they should. And I can't believe it. I just can't believe how far we've come. I can't believe how good the offense is. I can't believe all the positives that are happening this year. So I don't know. It's just so cool. So let me now what I want to do is just pull up the Lions schedule, and you can see that our schedule's tough because it was tough already. It's a first-place schedule. Remember, if you win the division, then you play other division winners, and it's by design, right? That's what happens when you win the division. So if you look at this schedule, a couple things. The Vikings being good changes everything. They were kind of assumed as like they're not going to be great. So that's 2 easier, manageable games. Instead, they're one of the best teams in the NFL. So you look at this Dallas game that was looked at early in the season like, ooh, at Dallas, that's going to be tough. We destroy them. But on the flip side, Minnesota looked to be easy. They're now difficult. So this is an interesting stretch the Lions are about to go on in these next 5 or 6 games. Tough games mixed with very manageable games, and then it gets very difficult. So let's take a look at it. Minnesota, tough. Tennessee, manageable. Green Bay, tough. Both on the road. Houston, tough. 3 of the next 4 games, very difficult. Then you've got 2 manageable games against Jacksonville and the Colts. And then that last stretch here of Green Bay, Buffalo, or no, it's Chicago, Green Bay, Buffalo, Chicago, San Fran, and Minnesota. So it's just going to be, can we hang in there injury-wise too? Gee whiz. So these next 5 games are huge. You got to win 1 or 2 of the tough games and then win all the manageable ones. I mean, Tennessee at home. Tennessee's terrible. I mean, they're just not good. So get this one. Steal this one at Minnesota. Beat Tennessee. Maybe lose at Green Bay. Fine. Maybe lose at Houston. But you go 2-2 in these next 4 games. Then you got Jacksonville and Indy and Chicago even. Like, let's win a game on Thanksgiving for once. So there's a lot going on here. But I'm encouraged by... The schedule is tough, but it's not horrible. We're a good team, and we'll see what happens. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Again, big loss, losing our defensive tackle. We'll see where that goes, and we'll see all of you on the next one.